were discussing some things, some what friends, basically things that friends go through, and so you shouldn't be scared to have these conversations with your friends, and you shouldn't be afraid to bring it up or anything. And you guys seen, we shared with you guys how it is, and now we have Kaleek here because he wasn't on the video, and he's seen the video, and he's going to give us his take on the video. We none of us have really given our takes on the video. Have we did a video about like what happened? No, none of us given our takes on the video.
I don't think y'all should get takes. Y'all was the one talking.
Right. I think it's best that we get your take because you weren't there. Yeah.
Right.
Like you were absent from it, and so you've seen what happened, and right. Yeah, and I will basically address why Darnell isn't here a little later.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about why Darnell's not here, but let me take the mic real quick. Go ahead. So I personally wasn't even gonna watch any more videos after I had whatever issue that I had with the previous recordings and me not being notified, which was a miscommunication because we talked about it. Let me just put it out there so I don't want you to look like a bad guy or me like a bad guy. It was a miscommunication. And I was working the first couple times you did reach out. Then after that, you wasn't. So I kind of was like, oh, was there some type of shade? Because I was also talking to Darnell in the midst of everything. And like I said, when y'all hear, well, when they hear part two, like I said before, I don't think Darnell was coming from a malicious place at all, but he was painting a picture. And I basically do my own perception from the situation and just was like, you know what? This is what it is. And I just fell back. It wasn't that deep to me, but things kept going and kept going and kept going. And we kept talking, and we would talk here and there, and he would say his own opinion and talk about y'all relationship. So the negative part of it, let me just put out, he did speak negative. Okay. And
when you say he did speak negative, you mean he spoke negative about me?
Correct. Okay. So I wasn't ever going to try to like throw anybody under the bus for the situation because I feel like it would have been because of me. But being that I watched that video and I was like, oh, there's some shady bitches on this video. I'm like, wait a minute, let me, fix things. When you was like, Kaleek come across as he could be a he say, she say, or whatever. I was like, oh, that's what he think. Okay, let me grade, And then I was like hearing like everybody's energy. I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. Then Darnell, the one I've been trying to like not throw under the bus because for real, I think he was coming from a good place, but his energy on the video was getting very much like I'm the messy one and I should be man enough to say what I gotta say. I really just didn't give a shit about it. And I fell back and I want to do my own thing. But I'm watching the video, I'm like, so my first turn on, I'm like, okay, look at bro, that's my boy, he cool. And I'm looking at Benji like, okay, it's pretty boy there. And then I'm looking at Randy like, okay, he's cute or whatever. So I'm like, everybody doing their thing. Then I start hearing like how y'all was kind of like talking about me for 15 minutes. And I was like, I really felt stuff away. So we need a part two. And I also want to know why Darnell, with our conversations lately, why Darnell's so upset about this video. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, y'all obviously have some underlying issues that I guess he tried to live through me.
Oh, Randy, you agree with that? Like, Randy, you agree with that, huh?
I told you that. I said, listen, whatever y'all need to hash out, you need to hash out.
Yeah. Okay, let me finish. So y'all have some underlying issues that's from the past. Because I was like, every time he'd come up and say that he didn't say anything negative, he even said it off the phone with just me and him. I was like, well, you kind of did say some negative things, but I don't think he was trying to be, like paint a bad picture, but you did paint a picture to me and I drew up my own conclusion and I didn't want no parts. And I'm just like, deuces. Now, the word narcissist has been used a lot. Right. So previous to that, me coming to this situation, because I take the friendship word very, very serious. I'm nobody's friend on here but Gene, and I was also becoming a friends with Darnell. Like we was establishing something, but I would love to be friends with or establish a friendship with Benji, Randy, and Rail, and get to know y'all because y'all cool. I rock with y'all. Y'all don't give me no nothing negative as far as with me anyway. But he just made it seem like, well, watching back on this video, he just made it really seem like I was like being really messy. Okay, it seemed like I was the one being messy, and I'm just like, bruh, that's not even the energy, you know what I'm saying? And when he went back and repeated something I said to Benji about saying, where did you get your information from? He did say, be careful where you get your information from. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I don't think that you was being malicious when you said that either. So it was kind of like I repeated that, but he took offense to it. So therefore, it became something totally
Something I
different.
actually said to him 1,000 times. To
Right,
him.
but he became sensitive about the situation. So I'm just like, okay, this sounds like you putting me in the middle of everything, and I have your back. But it seemed like you making me like the bad person here now. Once I watched that video, and that's why I think he didn't want that video to be shown.
Yeah.
I think if it, because when I saw it, I was like, oh, so you made it seem like I'm the bad person, Darnell. But we haven't spoke yet. But basically, and just to put out there, what I was upset about was let's talk about that too. I was upset about the whole Jean's boyfriend situation, the comment that he made. Then y'all said something about me being thirsty. I'm not thirsty at all. But I understand why the boyfriend said what he said is because he don't want nobody around. To me, it was an insecure thing. He didn't want nobody around him. Please don't edit that out. It was an insecure thing. He don't want nobody around Jean that, that's going to be an influence. I get it. I totally get it. That's why I understand why he said what he said. But still, it was rude. I wanted an apology, but I didn't get it. So, I ruffled his feathers recently, so we good. Other than that, that was what that's no, we're not good. No, we're not good, but I'm good now because I ruffled his feathers. But it's not gonna ever get out of hand to the point where it's gonna be like crazy. I wouldn't let it get to that because it's not that serious. But I still felt some type of way about it. And also my whole hair situation about the ponytail, like when me and Darnell was talking about it, he gave me the energy from what y'all conversation was. I didn't make it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's coming to me. So I'm just like, I know that, whatever my thing is with the hair thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was like some shade at the beginning when he was telling me. That's what it sounded like. And then, you know what I'm saying?
I would imagine so. Like,
but I'm totally okay with it because I know I didn't went bald. I'll wear a lace wig real quick and not ashamed of I'm a gay man that love being who I am. So I would wear a lace wig and whatever. So I had a lace wig on ponytail, whatever. So I thought it was shade from how he made it sound like it was shade. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, that's all I really had an issue with.
Right.
It wasn't nobody or nothing like that. It wasn't nothing shady on my behalf.
Right. Okay. So you just recapped a lot. You just went down the whole situation. So I'm going to do my best to try to recap your recap and like get everybody's opinions and, just thoughts on things. And so I want to start off with saying, so with the whole Darnell situation, I feel like he was sensitive from the beginning of the video. Like, I mean, from the beginning of the conversation, I felt like since I brought it up, like his energy, you can just see it. His energy was like, it shifted, it changed. It was something a little, like he went into this mode of like victimizing himself or either
no,
like.
he felt like that because he was like, when he was like, oh, well, Kaleek said initially y'all didn't want me to be part of it. Anyway, that's why he had an attitude.
But no, me and him already talked about that. Me and Darnell already.
Oh, and about that part.
Yeah.
And okay, let me just say this. Darnell said negative things about you and you said negative things about Darnell. But the things that you said negative about Darnell, you didn't say to him. Right. The only thing is Darnell don't really voice his feelings to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Right. So and that's how I feel. Like I've said when Darnell brought that to me, I spoke with him about that. Like he brought that up to me and I spoke with him about that. I said the only thing I probably would have said was like I probably did say it. I was like, Darnell, I probably did say it. I probably said it because of your drinking, or I know how you are because of you and Kaleek's. Because you're a Kaleek. Like I don't want to like because how he was when he first met you. So I didn't want that type of energy.
Wait, explain to the audience what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but explain to the audience there's no confusion.
I feel like that's shady. So
how? That's what I'm saying. Because y'all two seem like y'all have a lot of opinionated about each other, but y'all don't want to say it to each other or say it about each other. But y'all say it.
Oh, I said it to him when I was there.
But it seemed like it comes out through me because I'm mouthy and I'm very blunt. No.
You were there when I said it to him. The way he was acting, like I was like, Darnell, really, like. Come on, you're not being your authentic self right now. Like, and I'm just laughing at him for trying to portray something that he thought that you would like versus just being himself when he first met you. So there you go. That's what it was. So and so I just thought it was funny. But me and Kaleek had a conversation after the after those episodes, after our previous episodes or whatever. And and I did feel some type of way. Like I felt some type of way about the fact that you was like when you said that you and Darnell were closer than you and me, because me and Kaleek have known each other since I was 16. Like, and then him and Darnell only known each other, I mean, since Tuesday.
Wait a minute, remember the new groups in your job group when it was always Tuesday new groups? Like, anyway,
it wasn't Tuesday, but I'm just saying, like.
Okay, so with that being said, like I said, I'm going. But when you first introduced me to everybody, I was going through something with a previous friendship. So you know how I was with the whole energy with being around people. So my thing is about energy. Me and Darnell connected. You know what I'm saying? Me and you connected too, but me and Darnell, like, it was like we talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I really, really rock with him. And he also, when he says certain things, it seemed like he was looking out for me when it came to, some of your characteristics. And some of it's true. The whole your boyfriend can influence you and influence some of your energy is true. I see that for myself.
I can see that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've been in a relationship for 12 years.
Right, and it's expected. It's expected. But as far as like, what I'm saying, like certain things, like, yeah, he influenced my fallback a little bit.
Yeah.
And he helped me, make my decision. But yeah.
Right. So okay, let's get to that. So from the video, I'm gonna just speak for everybody who was there, like for now, and then I'm gonna get y'all confirmation. I just want y'all confirmation. It did seem like there was something being left out. Right?
When I personally watched the video, I was like, me and Gene are both air signs. We analyze everything. Gene ain't no dummy. He knows that there's something missing. I looked at the video and was like, you can tell there was something.
I think everybody could see that, right? Yeah. Everybody could see that there was something being left out. It was just like
put it all out the table. If you're going to talk about it, talk about it.
Right.
Like,
and the fact that
he was left out because I know Darnell. So
see, I don't know that until I watched the video. I was just like, I seen a whole different side. I was just like, oh, wait a minute. You don't like to say how you really feel. Mm-mm. That's what's going on here. I see the whole situation. I'm a mouthy person. I'm a very blunt person that gets me in trouble, and everybody is not like that. But he holds back how he really feels. It's almost like he stumbled when y'all started talking about the Kaleek situation. Because it was a lot of
right. It's like all he had to do, like I said before, was stand firm on his truth, and that's it. Just tell us your truth. And that's your truth. That's all you can tell. That's all you can say. When you're telling your truth, that's all you can say. But when you start editing your truth, when you start leaving things out, and then that's when you start feeling some type of way, because now you feel like people are prying versus you just sharing what your truth was. Like, because you're trying to hide certain things, and now like people are like, this ain't making no sense. Like, why are you so? Because honestly, when you like when you watch the video, I felt like in the video, like while recording it, why like I should be the one that's upset because you're saying a negative picture is being drawn about me. So like without me even being present. So like, and I'm I'm taking it. I didn't get upset. I was just like, let's just talk about it. Like, let's get to the bottom.
But I also was watching it and seeing like I was made out to be messy, and I'm not the one that's being messy. And I'm not even saying that.
And I want to speak on that because I did say, because I was like, I don't know if Kaleek is, because, and I only say I think you might be that type is because of, we always play off of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Kenya is
the Kenya.
And y'all got the same style, and I'm like, I don't know. So, and as the air sign, we're going to take into every facet into account. Like, even though you got these wonderful traits about you, I can't ignore the Kenya trait about you.
Okay, and I'm okay with that. Because, 9 times out of 10, some people would have been like, erase that. But I was just like, hell no, can we get a part 2?
Right, exactly.
I'm going to speak my piece because it's not the picture that was painted. There's a lot of pictures being painted for some reason. It wasn't cool. And another thing is, I have a really, really I'm very sensitive, not sensitive. I walls up when it comes to gay men, being friends with gay men. So this group for me is like really not easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust gay men, just being who I am and what I've experienced. So I sometimes when two people in my ear saying certain stuff, I'm gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just like kind of, but I don't think that anybody here is bad. I don't even think Darnell's bad. I just think that y'all have a history that y'all need to talk about. Somebody's not healed from something that happened.
I definitely think that me and Darnell need to have a discussion.
At all.
And I definitely think that it was very I think it was good for him to see it. Like honestly, even though like I would never usually do something like that, but like honestly, I felt like it was very good for him to actually see it back, see himself, how he portrayed himself in that situation. Because Darnell called me directly after he seen the video too, and I will talk more on that once I get Darnell actually on the Zoom. So you know what I mean. But you know, until then, like I feel like it is something into having these discussions like with other people's opinions and people that you know is not judging you, but they're literally just giving you an opinion on the situation. It's not like you're a bad person. Oh no, you were wrong. Oh no, you were right. Oh no, you were wrong. Because nobody, the one thing that I can respect about the boys is nobody pointed any fingers. It was just literally like, let's have this discussion. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know if it's gonna go
I
left.
think it was some fingers pointed. It was some fingers pointed.
And what, but about what?
It was like while you was being asked that question, he was pointing the finger, trying to point the finger back at
like,
me. I don't know why he said that, or I'm like, boy,
okay.
say what you gotta say, but
Right.
listen, this is not for me. Let me say this real quick. I don't want to make it sound like I'm dogging him out. I'm just keeping it real. I believe in just being real.
Right.
Like I rock with him, just be real. But when I watched that video, it really did piss me off. That's why I'm back for part 2.
Yeah. Okay. And hopefully part 3 and 4. Like, like, you know what I mean? So not just this part. But yeah, so I felt like what did y'all, anybody else, like what did y'all take away from even just hearing Kaleek's side of it all? Like what is y'all opinion about it now? Like, cause everybody's entitled to their opinions.
I already knew how the story was going to go because I know my friend. I know exactly what he did. I know exactly how he said it. So it is what it is. It was no surprise to me. Still love him the same.
Right, exactly. Still love him the same. Right.
It wasn't nothing brand new.
Right.
It wasn't out of character.
For me, it was very brand new.
It's brand new for you, but it wasn't out of character. You accept people for who they are and where they are at the moment. And this is what it is.
Right. Randy?
Probably, more than likely it wasn't malicious, but as you said, there's all these underlying feelings about things from the past that he can't let go. So unconsciously, negativity just comes out when it's talking about a certain person. This is what it is.
And I just find it weird that that certain person is the same person you call your bestie, your broy, the one you're right about. Like it's just
You can have more than one emotion at the same time.
It's built up stuff that you sweep beneath the rug and y'all never settle or talk about.
No,
I've been there.
Wait. I'm gonna let me put this out there that it's not a we thing because I have nothing against Darnell whatsoever.
That's not the point.
Hold on. I have nothing against him whatsoever. There is, in my eyes, like there was nothing wrong with our friendship until this arose again. Like this is not the first time that something like this happened, but now it's just, for me, it's just becoming repetitive. And I'm just feeling like we're at an age where it's just like a lesson should have been learned. I ain't got like, you know what I mean? If this is what you want to do, if you want to
The problem is when y'all agreed to be friends again each time, you agreed to move on and forgive whatever would happen, and he didn't, and just told you that he did.
Right.
So each time it got worse and worse and worse. So this is the reaction you get.
I don't get like what made it. Like I can't wait to have him on the Zoom because I'm just like
everybody processes like.
I want to ask him like, what is it about me that like gets underneath your skin? Like, what do I do that like, you know what I mean?
So with experience, I'm letting you know now how to, because I had a best friend too, and I had to eventually let it go. But with experience, if y'all do not settle it or talk about it, and not saying that it has to come from you, the person that still has the issue, he has to let it out.
Right.
If he don't, it's gonna keep repeating itself. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
With experience, trust me, it's gonna get worse.
No, I think at this point it already is broke. It's at worst. It's just like because this is just a bit much.
This ain't as bad as it could get. Trust me.
It's a bit much.
I mean, listen, y'all done been through some shit before. Like me and Benji done seen it.
Yeah.
But it's like y'all really had to come to a foundation. Like, all right, I forgive you, you forgive me. We move on. However, we gonna rock with each other from here on out. Instead of y'all have a situation, then y'all like, oh, y'all miss each other, obviously.
So
Because I
this
grew up.
But this
It
is
can
what I
be
want to say.
something as
Wait,
simple as
wait. This is what I want to say. It's not a y'all thing because hold on.
It takes two. I feel like it's a y'all thing.
Hold on. Because Randy just made me realize, what him saying, what he was just saying, like it's not a y'all thing
But
because
you might not see it as a y'all thing, but you have to also understand that for some reason he's doing this because he feels some type of way that
that's what I was about to say.
you have to take accountability for his feelings as
That's
well.
what I was about to say. In his head, you probably forgave the situation too easy, too quick, and without any thought. You just let it go.
And maybe
And
you
that
wasn't
takes
as hurt
people
as
off.
bad as him.
right.
So that I'm not saying y'all as in you did something. You was the worst person ever.
You're a part of the
You have to
problem.
acknowledge how he feels about you and try to fix how he feels about you, so
Yeah.
that it
But
doesn't.
my
If
thing
it's your best friend, you acknowledge it and you
But
listen
I feel
to
like,
his
see,
perspective.
it's though, okay, and I respect all of you guys' opinions, but I feel like the problem is that he needs to learn how to be honest with me. And I don't know why he can't be honest with me.
But
And I don't even think it comes to think that he has a problem with me. I feel like maybe because we're so close, he don't want me to judge him. And like he don't bring his problems
Because you judge him.
because but I'm like,
or you make him feel this big.
right. It's like maybe because he knows I'm going to come down on him about certain shit. Because, like, nigga, I'm going to treat like we are brothers. In my eyes, we're brothers. So I'm going to treat you like such accordingly. Like if you telling me about doing some dumb shit, I'm going to be like, nigga, that's some dumb shit. So
Everybody responds to things differently. Everybody has different things to make them tick. So we don't know. I don't know how he grew up or how he, his household was, whatever his childhood. So he might have like anxiety when it comes to talking. Who knows? But as his best friend, I feel like it's to me as the best friend responsibility. Listen to him and comfort him into saying what the issue is, because to me it looks kind of deep.
Excuse me, I'm not going to sit here and coddle 36-year-old.
Then that's not your best friend.
We're just talking about how y'all can get to a resolve because.
I'll edit that part out. Right. But I'm just saying.
See, that's why. So it is both of y'all. That's because you're not taking it. You taking it as for like I'm not doing like he's too old. Like it's your best friend, and that's basically what it's given. So it takes two. You give off. I'm not doing all that because I'm not the one with the problem.
But for you, it's fresh. But for me, it's been a hamster wheel of the same shit. And it's just
if you respond like that, I'm blunt. Me and you could talk and we can go back and forth and be like, I'm gonna tell you what the hell it is. But he's not that type of person.
That's how he responds.
And this is okay. And I've always been this type of person, though. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like I just been like.
But you gotta be patient. We all grow as individuals. Like you gotta be patient with him and talk.
Me and Darnell grew. He knew me since I was 11, and I have been that guy since y'all know me. So it ain't like I just adapted this personality. I'm that guy. Like I'm just. I don't know. That's just a part of my personality too. Like I'm not judging you, but I'm gonna let you know if something sounds stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Or if it sounds dumb, like, and maybe, and he probably don't like that coming from me. And that's what I'm saying.
You got to look at it is you have to fix it because if he's looking at other people to kind of like express his emotion and then when the shit hit the fan, it's always going to be like that.
Well, I feel like we need him here because it's not making any sense to me for him to feel the way he feels, like about the situation. One, because I felt like we didn't say, Darnell, you are the bad guy. You're the one who's like, maybe you felt like the questions were tough because you didn't want to say your whole truth in the matter. Like, you know what I mean? So it got a little frustrating, but like, I don't feel like we made him out to be the bad guy. He's still not a bad guy in my eyes. I just don't understand. Even with me knowing,
he just don't know how to control his messy. That's all.
Even with him, right? Even with me knowing that he painted a bad characteristics of me to you, Kaleek. Like even me knowing that, like I still don't think he's a bad guy. He is just him. he has some issues that he needs to work through, and maybe he need to come to me and talk to me about these issues. Like, you know what I mean? Because
no, maybe he do. I mean, because y'all can respect each other's differences and be friends. It's just that somebody just can't be holding resentments in the process.
right,
That's what's gonna come up every time.
Exactly.
You not need to be the same person to be best friends, to be close.
You need to be honest about your resentments too. Like, what are they like? What's going on? Like, what's the like? Because you can't call yourself yourself a friend to somebody who you're afraid to be honest with.
I think I know what the problem is, but it's none of my business.
We're having.
I know what the problem is too, and I don't even know the story. I know what the problem is.
It ain't my problem to tell. It's not my problem to tell, but I think I kind of know what the problem is. So it's up to that person to let you know what the issue is.
Like, wow.